What's going on, you guys? What's going on? What is going on, you guys? It's be your boy, Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new review of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 17, Episode 6. What is going on, you guys? I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Monday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, you guys. What is going on, y'all? Okay, we're in the building today. What's going on? I see Aaliyah Brittany. That's one of my moderators. She's already here, and it's 21 of you guys already here. Now, I want to let you guys know something really, really quickly, okay? Now, you guys do know that the Whether You Like It or Not panel comes on tonight, and it will be over on Sakina's platform, but I won't be there tonight. I think it's only going to be Sakina, Busy, T, and possibly really B, because Josiah is has another engagement tonight, and I'm tired. If you didn't see my previous video that I did earlier, I got back home from Mississippi early this morning at 1:30, and I had to go to work at 5. So I got in at 1:30, went straight to sleep, got right back up at 4 a.m. and went straight to work. So your boy is tired, and I do not want to overdo it. So I'm not going to be on the panel after this video. This will be my last video I'm doing for today. Any other videos, they will be done tomorrow, honey. But I ain't doing no more videos after this one. So make sure you guys go and support them tonight on Sakina's page. I'm gonna share the link when I'm done with this video or whatever. But yes. But let me look at some of y'all comments as we get ready. I hope you and Bando had a great trip. Oh, me and Bando had a great time. This was Bando's first time in Mississippi. We stayed at my mom's house. Me, him, and my brother, we hung out. He hung out with some of my childhood friends from way back when. He got to meet everybody. He didn't get to meet everybody, but he got to meet most of the people that I grew up with. And everybody loved him, and he loved them too. And he ready to go back to Mississippi already. It was a good time. Like, although it was a very short trip. We wasn't there long. But it was a good trip. We was recording stuff while we was there. So y'all will get to see some stuff. Some stuff or whatever, but it was a great trip. I really enjoyed myself, and I'm glad that he enjoyed himself, because this is what he wanted to do. And I was just determined that he had a great time while we was down there, and he did have a good time. And that's all that really matters. As long as Bando had a good time, that's all that mattered to me, period. Thank you for sharing the link, Tracy. I appreciate that, because I was just about to try to go and find the link. So all my moderators, I see Tracy, Aaliyah, Brittany, Sofa Dog, Kendra. Make sure you guys are sharing that link for the panel tonight throughout this live, because like I said, I won't be there. I won't be on the panel tonight because I'm tired. After this video, I'm done for today. But just make sure you guys support them tonight. I see Payne up in here as well. Okay, I like Mississippi, but I'm not swimming in that water. It looks dirty. What water? It's not on the coast, because if you're talking about that water on the Gulf Coast, that water is dirty. But anyhow, it's 47 of you guys up in here. Payne, Tracy, Aaliyah, Sofa Dog, Kendra. Make sure that the people are engaging, because it's it was 47 people up in here, 39 people up in here. So if we got like 39 people watching, we need 39 people in the comments. We need 39 people engaging. We need 39 people, lighting up this chat with nothing but fire emojis, because we're about to get this thing popping at the 5-minute mark. So let's get it jumping. Let's get it popping, y'all. We got to get it popping, honey. Okay. All right. Yes, y'all. Let's get them to engage, y'all. We're going to get this thing started at the 5-minute mark. Let me pull my notes out. All right. And my notes are right here. So we're about to go ahead and get started. Now, let me tell y'all, I don't know how some of y'all might feel about this review tonight, because I got opinions and I got thoughts. And I feel like some of my thoughts might not align with the mass majority, as they never do when it comes down to Housewives. But it's okay. We're going to get through this review, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, we picking up where we left off from the night before. They're all waking up in the morning, and people's energies are refreshed. Some people still feeling the way about the night before. And Drew said, she said, y'all drove me crazy. And and that's when people was like, well, why you say we drove you crazy? And then that's when Drew was like, your energy, it was off. And I can already tell that this is about to get on my nerves. And then I saw Phaedra in her confessional basically saying in so many words, I'm concerned about Pinky's energy. Like, I don't understand why her energy is what it is. I'm so annoyed with them right now, y'all. I gotta be honest. I'm annoyed as fuck with them, for real. And it's mainly because of the fact that y'all want to sit up here and call this woman aggressive. I don't think she's aggressive. And it might just be me. It might just be me because I saw a couple of y'all arguing about whether or not she's aggressive or not. So I don't know. But I'm not, I don't think that Pinky is aggressive. What I do think is that Pinky is more so assertive, and I do think that she's straight up and direct. And anytime somebody is not talking in that keen, sweet ass voice that they like for people to talk in, then it's, oh, you're aggressive. You feel what I'm saying? It's that part that irritates me. I hate it when I'm just being straight up or just being direct to you, and then you want to turn around and call me aggressive. That is the biggest form of disrespect to me. Like, I'm not being like aggressive. Like, I'm literally being direct. I'm being assertive. I'm stern with what I'm saying, but I really don't mean no harm. Like, there is no aggression here. That is the one thing that bothers my spirit. And the more I sit back and watch that stuff from last week when I watched Pinky talking to Cynthia at that dinner table, I promise to God, I really don't believe that that lady was being aggressive. I just don't think that she was being aggressive, and I don't understand why anybody else would even feel that way. She wasn't being aggressive. I don't feel that way. And I don't know, maybe maybe I'm not reading a room correctly or something like that, but I really don't think that she was being aggressive. I really don't see that. I just felt like she was asking questions. She got information from Shamia and Kelly. She came there and then they asked her questions about how Shamia and Kelly were feeling, how they doing, what's going on with them. And she pretty much just flat out told them what happened. And on top of that, you feel what I'm saying? They asked her and she told them exactly what it was. And she just asked questions that most of us would have asked, to be quite honest. So, no, I don't think that she's being aggressive. I don't even think that she's aggressive. She's just straight up. And some people can't handle somebody that's direct. People can't handle, and it's just the aggressive. Like, she ain't trying to fight y'all. You feel what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. Like, that irritated me. Oh, her energy. Oh my God, her energy. I just can't take her. Like, girl, you feel what I'm saying? But where we at? Where we at? Okay. So then Shamia said that she had to share a bed with Kelly. She really wasn't a big fan of sharing a bed with Kelly, but she's hoping for the best. At this point, Shamia, all I gotta say is this. Y'all room was messed up. We understand. The room wasn't clean. We understand. I was one of the main ones last week that was basically stating to you that, hey, if your room was nasty, you got every right to feel however you feel about your room being nasty. You got every right to feel that way about that. Like, no cap. Like, if your room was kind of filthy, then you got every right to feel like that, because anybody would kind of feel some kind of way about their room being filthy. I know one thing about it. I would too. I don't like no filthy ass room. Even though my bed ain't made up because I just got through taking a nap again. But the thing is, I don't want to be in no filthy ass room either. I don't like shit all over the place. At some point, it gets annoying and I have to clean it up real quick. Like, that's just what it is. I don't like all that. So I get exactly where Shamia and Kelly was coming from, because we're coming on a trip. And my thing is, we on a trip, and I feel as though my room needs to be spick and span. Now, it's not Cynthia's fault, but all they were doing was letting them know that the room wasn't up to par, and that's it. So if Cynthia then already told y'all that she got somebody on the job for it, then just deal with that and move on. We ain't got to keep talking about that. Cynthia knows what's going on. She finna get it fixed. Let's move on. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm thinking. So they started talking about Drew's movie, and Drew says, I'm waiting on the numbers from the movie. I just cannot wait to see what it's doing. And so I think that someone had asked Shamia, has she seen the movie? And Shamia said, I haven't seen the movie. And then Phaedra was like, well, I'm glad that y'all two ain't arguing and all that stuff, child. And then Drew says, y'all know I don't have a problem with Shamia. I never had a problem with Shamia. And then Shamia said, well, I did apologize and you wouldn't accept my apology. And then I think Pinky said, well, she did apologize to you, Drew. And then Drew was like, the reason why her apology couldn't be accepted is because she said, I apologize, but you feel what I'm saying? That's it. And that is when Shamia says, I've done all I can do. I apologize to you. I tried to make things right with you, and it just comes across like you want an issue with me, and I really don't want an issue with you. It's not that she wants an issue with you, Drew, because I mean, with you, Shamia, it's more so the fact that you wanted an issue with her last season because of the fact that you jumped into her situation with Portia when it really didn't have nothing to do with you. So it's kind of like the shit that you saying about Drew, it could also be said, about what you did last season with Drew, because Drew didn't even have no issue with you. You was mainly taken up for Portia for most of the time, which is something that Portia has never done for you. And I don't really want to go down that rabbit hole because you already know how the people are. You can't say nothing about Portia, but I'm just got to be honest with y'all. That is the truth, though. Portia ain't never had your back like that. She sat there and let Phaedra spill all them damn rumors about you and tell all those falsehoods about you. And not once did she ever speak up for you. If anything, she took up for Phaedra and took her side over yours. And in season 9 should have been the end of you and Portia's friendship, to be honest. Because guess what? It would have been the end for me. That's all I'm saying. But at the end of the day, y'all, that's why you and Drew are having issues. You and Drew didn't even have no issue. And if you're going to apologize to me, make sure you mean that apology. Don't go and say, I apologize, but it ain't no buts if you genuinely mean your apology. I can't stand when people apologize and they say but, or when they apologize they say if and but should not be a part of the statement if you are apologizing to me. So that's how I feel about that. So to be honest, Shamia, if Drew don't want to accept your flow ass apology, especially that dramatic Young and the Restless ass apology that you gave on your YouTube channel last year, then that's all on you because you gave her the reason to be like that towards you. Because I don't want to accept your little half-ass apology either, girl. Don't apologize to me and say but and if when I ain't even do nothing to you in the first place. You're the one who got this shit jumping. You did. So that's all I can say about that, man. Like, Shamia, I'm normally on your side for the most part, but when it came down to that, Drew got every right to feel the way that she felt. So Cynthia came and she says that she's splitting the group up, and it's going to be Cynthia. Hold on. It's going to be Phaedra, Portia, Angela, and K. Michelle in one group. And then Cynthia is bringing Shamia and Kelly alongside Drew with her in her group. And she mainly says that she wanted Shamia and Kelly with her so she can address the issues. And she asked Drew to come because she really likes Drew and she needed some backup, basically. So that's why she invited all of them. So then K. Michelle got her glam team, so she's happy. But all I gotta say is this, K. This is you and this glam team shit. Girl, if you still gonna be on camera without makeup on, then you might as well not give a damn about the glam team being there. I mean, I'm just saying. Love you down, but that glam team shit is just an excuse in the wind, girl. You still gonna be on camera with no makeup on, no way. So, girl, but okay. She got a glam team, so I guess she happy. Portia then comes to Kay and she says that she wants to make sure that Kay is comfortable. And to be honest, I can honestly see that Portia is really trying with Kay because I think that she took what Kay said about the previous friend group that she was in, meaning the Mimis and the Ericas and the Arians of the world, that and Rashidas of the world, that group. And she's aware of that and she just wants to make Kay feel comfortable. And I totally 100% feel Portia and I 100% feel Kay, because the thing is, for me, I wasn't really comfortable with a lot of gays either, at all. And I've talked about that many a time. So I kind of get where she coming from. Because if you she's always had issues with women, and then I've always had issues with other gay males because I feel like they're catty, they're messy, they haven't always been nice to me. But then when I moved here to Atlanta and started hanging out with Jamar and Carl, that's when I started feeling a little bit more comfortable because there's people around me that make me feel comfortable. So sometimes you need to find those people that make you feel comfortable. And it was different being in Mississippi and not having no big gay scene. And I had my own set of gay friends, but being in Atlanta is different. So, it is what it is. You feel what I'm saying? So it's kind of like me being in a city where it's full of gay folks, and I got my Jamars and my Carls and the Tramels of the world. They make me feel comfortable. So Portia was pretty much my Jamar, my Carl, my Tramel to K Michelle. I'm trying to make her feel comfortable because she ain't never been on no girls trip. She don't really get along with females like that. So yeah, I felt Portia on that, and I felt Kay. Phaedra says that she feels like Pinky is too rah-rah. And once again, I don't really feel like we are going to have any rah. I don't really think that Pinky is full of rah-rah. I just don't. I just think that she's completely direct, and I just feel like she's not with the bullshit, which I can respect from her. She not with the bullshit at all, and she just gonna come to you straight up, and she gonna ask the questions that she feels need to be asked. That's just it. That's when K Michelle says, well, I don't think that Pinky is aggressive. I think that her passion sometimes can be misconstrued as aggression. And that's 100% right. Sometimes when I'm on the Whether You Like It or Not panel, I'm passionate about the things that I say. And sometimes because of the passion, it comes across like I'm being an asshole, or I'm being a bitch, or I'm being aggressive. That ain't my intention, but that's just the way it comes across because my opinion, I'm passionate about. Fuck you, your opinion. I only give a fuck about mine. So I'm passionate about what I'm saying. Now, that ain't the right way to be. I know that, which I'm trying to work on, but I'm a passionate individual and I wear my emotions on my sleeve. But I do understand where Pinky was coming from not Pinky. I understood where Kay was coming from when she said that sometimes your passion and the way you speak can be, misconstrued as you're being aggressive or you're being argumentative. Not necessarily. I'm just trying to, just like you're getting your points across, I'm trying to get mine across, and my point is more important to me than anybody else's. So I just want to be heard. But then again, at the same time, everybody else got to be heard too. That's therapy. But yeah, I agree with Kate when she says that Pinky isn't, her passion is mistaken for aggression. And she said, I think that Pinky means well, and she just goes hard for her friends. And I go hard for mine too. So I definitely understood that. All she knew is what Shamia and Kelly had said. Shamia and Kelly had told her about the room. Pinky came over there with the women and stuff like that. And so when she came over there with the women, they asked her and she answered the question. I mean, that's just what happened. So then Angela says that she's good. She doesn't really have an issue with Pinky and stuff like that. She's moved on. And, poor Phaedra says that she knows how to ride it. Phaedra gives creep. Is it just me? She gives drunk uncle, drunk, creepy uncle, always referring to shit as like a sexual thing, always being real sexual with shit and stuff. Like it's always a sexual remark about something. Ooh, the booty. Ooh, the camel toe. Ooh, shit like that. I be like, girl, you feel what I'm saying? And no, I'm not just saying this just because I don't really care for Phaedra. That ain't why I'm saying it, but that's just the way I feel, honey. That's just the way I feel. I feel like it's always some type of sexual connotation with the things that she's saying. It's so irritating. It gets on my nerves. I can't even lie to you. It really do. Let me see where we at. So then we're on the sprinter, and Cynthia addresses the issue, and she says, "Listen, I know that the room wasn't up to par. Like I know that it wasn't." And it just came across like you guys were just giving me a hard time and stuff like that. So then that is when Kelly said the room was filthy. And Shamia said, the thing was, Cynthia, we told you that the room wasn't clean. And the room still, even though you told us that you was going to get help, the room still wasn't clean. That's all we're saying. The room still didn't get done up right. You know what I mean? Although we did tell you, and although you did tell us that you're going to get it handled and worked on, it still didn't get worked on. That's all that we're saying. And so that is when Cynthia says, this room situation has been blown up to a whole nother level. You guys talking to everybody else about it, making it bigger than what it is, as if I tried to put you there. And my thing is, I don't think that Shamia well, more so Shamia, I don't think that they're blaming you. It's just that they came into a house and the room wasn't clean, and you told them that the room would be clean, and they wake up the next morning and the shit still ain't clean. So why are we acting like they didn't have any right to be frustrated? You feel what I'm saying? And my thing is this. I remember being on Twitter just the other day, and I was saying, now, if Shamia and Kelly was somebody else and they had that fucked up ass room, then everybody would be on their side. But because it's Shamia and Kelly and the fandom don't like them, they're gonna take it up a notch and make it seem like they don't have a right to feel a way about their room. But just last year, when it was Giselle and them going off on Angel disrespectfully, might I add, because I don't think that Shamia and Kelly were truly disrespectful to Cynthia, because Giselle was cussing Angel out and every damn thing. But when it came down to Giselle and going in on Angel, and I was saying that Giselle was being disrespectful to her, she got every right to be disrespectful to her. The room accommodations were fucked up. That whole thing was okay. So if you could see it from Giselle's point of view on Potomac, why y'all can't see it from Shamia and Kelly's point of view? Even then, I even said back then, I said I understood where Giselle was coming from with being frustrated because of it not being no water and things like that. I definitely understand that, but there is a way to voice your concern. Giselle was cussing Angel the fuck out to the point to where the girl started crying. Shamia and Kelly not even doing all that. So y'all mean to tell me that y'all mean to tell me that it was okay for Giselle to cuss out Angel about her room accommodations, but it wasn't okay for Shamia and Kelly to still be frustrated the next morning and they still see that their room is still filthy and still ain't been clean yet? I don't understand some of y'all. I just don't. And I'm sorry. I just see things from a different lens than everybody else. I don't care if I like you or not. If that was I feel like if that was Portia and Phaedra in their room and they complained, everybody would have been on their side. But because it's Shamia and Kelly, they not on their side. They just want to find a reason to go in on them. And I just got to say that, and I already know that this is just what Housewives fandoms are, but y'all always, do this all the time. Like y'all find people y'all hate and then y'all just go on the hate train and expect everybody else to be on the motherfucking hate train. But me, I'm not on the Shamia and Kelly hate train. Now, my thing about them is, are they annoying? Yes. Can they be childish and acting like high school cheerleaders? They absolutely can. But they're not always wrong in these situations. Just like Kelly isn't wrong for feeling some type of way about Portia with the way that Portia tried to play her in that scene with her and K. Michelle. But the thing with Kelly is she's a confessional gangster, and that's what diminishes her feelings, because she didn't really stand up to Portia then when she should have. But they're not always wrong in these situations. Y'all make them wrong because y'all don't like them. And that's just what it is. Sorry, but not sorry. That's my opinion. They're not wrong for feeling some type of way. And Cynthia can be mad all the fuck she wants to. Okay. Then when Kelly was talking to Cynthia, that's when Drew started making faces, and then that's when Kelly was saying, what's wrong with your face and all this other stuff. And then that's when Kelly and Drew started going back and forth. And my thing with Kelly is that, girl, you cannot sit up here and come for Drew's looks when you had to pay somebody to make you look the way that you look, and you look like a garden gnome, honey. So you can't be coming for nobody's looks, okay? Drew face card never declines. And I ain't really saying that yours declines, but you do look like a garden gnome, so you can't really do all that. Let me see. Kelly was the most vocal with the digs, but Shamia wasn't even doing all that. Cynthia was on the bus being dismissive to her. She was unnecessarily snappy with them. And that is my thing. I can understand that she popped off on Kelly, but Shamia was the one. But Shamia wasn't even giving all of that. She even said that it wasn't her fault. And Cynthia still popping off on her. Nah, I probably would have cut Cynthia ass out because, bitch, don't talk to me like that. I ain't even giving you all this, girl. Like, I don't even know why you sitting up here playing with me because I ain't even giving you this and you trying to sit up here and give me all this mess. Like, girl, please. Cynthia says, I mean, are y'all trying to sabotage my trip? I don't think they're trying to sabotage your trip, Cynthia. Like, you going overboard now. They're not trying to sabotage your trip at all. They're just basically letting you know the accommodations. And to be real, Cynthia, if you was placed in a room like that, you would feel a way too. Not to mention, not only was the room filthy, but the people was cooking at their house. Come on now. Come on now. Are you for real? You can't be. You can't be. But okay. I can't. It's crazy, child. While all the drama is going on the sprinter with Cynthia, Drew, Shamia, and Kelly, Phaedra, Portia, Angela, and Kate Michelle is in another sprinter turning the fuck up. And I was so tickled because it was amazing the contrast between the two groups. It was so funny. So then Drew says that she loves Black. You love Black? So is you with Black? Is you fucking Black? What are you doing with Black? Because you're saying that you love him. And this is where people be going in on you, Drew, and accusing you of being an actress, even though you are an actress, but not being an actress in the way that you're being paid to be an actress. They be thinking that you be an actress because of the fact that you be lying. That's what the people be saying. Now, I don't like the fact that I gotta call you out on these lies that you be telling at times. Like, I don't really care for that at all. But baby, what the fuck are you absolutely doing with this damn person? That's all I'm trying to figure out. Like, what exactly are you doing with Black? Because you're saying that you love him. And if you love him, then you need to get Raph the fuck out of your house. Get him out that dog cage and make him go somewhere else. That's all I'm saying. What else is going on here? So Portia asked K Michelle what's her take on Drew. And so K Michelle said, well, I've only been around Drew like 2 times already. You know, and they brought up the fact that Drew had said something about K Michelle knowing Black. And then she was like, you know, Black is a man and a man gonna be a man. He just in my DMs. I don't really know him like that. It is what it is. And I felt like she did this with her finger, and that's not good. I don't like that, Kay. You're reaching. Then not only that, she said, she also said that I just didn't like the fact that Drew was trying to imply that I was messing around with Black and I'm a married woman. I don't do me like your husband be doing you. My thing is, Kay is out of bounds when it comes down to that. All Drew said was that you are friends with that man. You're friends with him, is what she said. So my thing is, she didn't really get out of bounds and she didn't really imply nothing. All she said was that y'all was friends, which she was kind of out. She was kind of out of bounds with that too, because she don't really know, you know, she don't know you and you don't really know Black outside of the DMs that he be sending you. Other than that, she didn't imply nothing. So I just felt like that was a bit of a reach, to be honest, Kay. Like, all she said was, y'all are friends, and you corrected her by saying, I don't really know her like that. So my thing is, Kay, yeah, that was kind of out of bounds. I don't think that Drew meant any harm by saying what she said, and I definitely don't think that she was implying that she was fucking on Black while you married. I can understand that she said, well, I heard that you was messing with him. Now, she said something like that, then okay, yeah. But at the same point in time, it's like, no, okay, you're out of bounds with this one. I don't think that that's what was said or what was actually being done. I think that she was just clarifying because you spoke to him on the FaceTime. She assumed that y'all were friends, but you don't really know him like that. That's all that was. She didn't do nothing wrong here. Drew didn't imply nothing. But I think that's you in your head thinking that somebody being shady towards you, and they're really not being shady towards you. That's you in your mind. So no, you was kind of out of pocket for the Drew thing. That wasn't right. Um, so when they're looking at the cattle, Pinky says, "Oh, look at Angela." And then that's when Drew was like, don't talk about her now. That's my friend. Then the other group are looking at the horses. Then while the lady was messing with the horse damn near killed Kay and what Kay, Portia, Phaedra, and Angela. They ran away from the horses, and that shit was funny as hell. So then they go to a restaurant. Cynthia, Pinky, Shamia, and Drew, they go to a restaurant, and it's a restaurant that serves a whole lot of meat. And let me tell y'all something. This reminds me of going out with Sakina. If me, Jamie, and Sakina are going out to eat, we got to make sure that there's a vegan option there, because we know that me and Jamie, we eat meat, but Sakina, she ain't finna fuck with no meat. We need to know if there's a vegan menu on here. And anytime the three of us want to go somewhere, it's like, okay, Sakina, you pick the place. Cause I don't know who got a vegan menu out here in Atlanta. You pick the place, because I don't know what to pick. And so it'd be funny as hell when I see that. Shamia and Drew, they find out that they have the same blood type. And Shamia was like, I could donate you some blood if you need it. And Drew was like, I feel like Shamia would post that shit all on social media if she gave me blood and all this other stuff. Like that's what she would do. And I was dying laughing when she said that. So Shamia says that she wants an apology. And then Pinky was like, well, why don't you guys just apologize to each other? And then that's when Drew said, and let's apologize and leave the generational gang up out of it. So then so that's when Shamia felt the way, because she brought up the whole generational gang up thing. Like, I guess she felt like she was talking about her mama. I don't think that Drew was trying to take a dig at her mama. Maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know. I maybe I'm just crazy. I mean, I don't really know, but I don't necessarily I don't necessarily feel as though it's just that type of thing. I don't think that that's what she was saying at all. You feel what I'm saying? I really don't. I don't think that that's what she was saying. I don't feel like she was taking a dig at her mom in the least bit. But she did have to slide that in there. But Shamia don't need no apology. The only person that needs an apology is Drew. That's all I'm saying. But okay. So that is when Kelly was like, well, it just seems like a breakup, like a Destiny's Child breakup, and we already know who was Beyonce and who was LaToya. What does that mean? Because LaToya is successful in her own right. So what are you saying? Yeah, I'm not necessarily getting that. I don't know. I don't know why. So then the ladies, after they get done with the horses, now they're looking at now they're about to do wine tasting, and they finna do wine tasting in the middle of damn manure. And I'm like, maybe I'm just a party pooper, but baby, I don't want to taste no wine around all that shit, stinking ass shit. Who wants to drink wine around a bunch of shitty ass horses? I'm just saying, I really don't. I don't. I don't. I don't want to. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that at all. Like, that's just the thing about it. I don't want to do that. But anyway, anyhow, Cynthia brings up the argument with Pinky and Angela. And Pinky was saying that Angela is underneath her tax bracket. And then Angela, and then Kelly was saying that Angela was talking shit about Kelly. And my thing is this, Pinky. You can't be sitting up here talking about people being underneath your tax bracket and your ass constantly talking about bankruptcy every damn day. Like, those reads are not hitting when you're looking at money issues, okay? So then Kelly says that she's not here for Portia's lies. Here's my thing with that as well. We already know that Portia is a liar. We know that she makes up lies for sport. We definitely know that too. And my thing is, I feel like when it all boils down, people only believe in this shit that Portia is saying about Kelly because they don't like Kelly. And that's just it. So then Cynthia said that Pinky made everyone uncomfortable. But why was they uncomfortable when she wasn't even popping off like that? This is what I mean, these little microaggressions. And oh my God, everybody was so uncomfortable. Like that's so irritating and so annoying. Like she didn't even come at nobody on no rah-rah ass energy. Like what's going on here? And then Cynthia and Pinky were going back and forth. And I just and everybody just giving Cynthia all of this acclaim for saying what she said to Pinky, but Pinky wasn't fazed by Cynthia and this whole 50 Cent persona that she got. She moved on from the situation and she no longer cares. It's Cynthia that don't care. It's Cynthia that cares. And I feel like she probably listened to what them other girls said, and now they done gassed her up to go up here and say some shit to Pinky about this situation again when the shit already talked about, already handled. Is no reason to even be talking about this anymore. That's how I feel. I feel like Cynthia let them girls get in her head, and that's that. And I'm like, girl, please. Like, girl, fuck out of here. And then to the point to where people want to say she's an anchor. Girl, y'all just say anything. Then Cynthia says that she thinks that this is bigger than a room. And Drew thinks that Shamia got a whole lot of issues going on, but she covers things up with alcohol and twerking. So then K. Michelle was saying that she loves Shamia and she's gay on holidays. I'm tickled. So then Cynthia and Drew says they feel like Pinky is an energy drainer. Now she's an energy drainer because she called the people out on their bullshit. Okay. I just can't with that. I can't. Then Pinky says, I just don't have patience for nobody's bullshit. That's really what it is. And then that is when Drew says that Pinky inserts herself in everyone's drama. It's funny how you can see that Pinky inserts herself in people's business, but then you don't see that your best friend Angela be doing the same thing and be kicking up all the shit, get shit started all the time, but she gets away scot-free. But you can only see that Pinky's doing it. Okay. So then Kelly and Pinky feels that the other women don't understand them because they're self-made. No, it's not that because y'all self-made. It's just that they just don't like y'all. That's really what it is. It ain't got nothing to do with y'all being self-made. Pinky says that I didn't have to lay on my back to get to where I'm at. Here y'all go. Because somebody marries a man with some affluence or money, y'all want to say they laid on their back to get to where they at. If that's the case, then are you saying that about Shamia? Ain't this y'all homegirl? She married a rich man. So what we talking about here? So if you feel like Angela laid on her back to get the shit that she got, are y'all saying the same thing about Shamia? Y'all throwing darts at y'all friends and y'all don't even know it. Okay. So then they get on the sprinter. And Shamia says, I just got a public service announcement. The room is clean and it's the bomb. And Cynthia was like, thank you, God. Thank you, God. So Portia and Kay, they were talking about how they had a ball, going to see the horses and stuff like that. And Kay Michelle said that she did not know that Phaedra was nice. And she says that after bonding with them during the horses, she feels like there can be some friendships that could be made, with these women. And she can loosen up a little bit. Shamia says that she realized why Kay has trouble in girl groups. And after she heard her story, she felt her and she understood her. But what's so crazy about it is Shamia is a part of those girl groups that Kay got issues with. So how is that going to go? Because you cool with Toya and Rashida, all them girls that really wasn't cool with Kay. And now Kaden came on this show and you didn't got cool with her. So I wonder how that's working for you, okay? Because you cool with the Sweet Valley High crew. Kelly said that she appreciated the support from all the ladies that came to her thing. And here go Angela. Well, who was all there? Angela, shut the fuck up. Because you know who was there because you were there. You know exactly who was there. But there she go, being stupid. Being stupid, starting shit as she always do. But of course, the fangelas are going to come in. Well, she's doing her job by moving the story along. I get it. That's what she's doing. The same thing JT was doing on the scene. But at the end of the day, she messy and I'm going to call it out. Like it's annoying. She says, Portia said, well, I did support you. I sent you flowers. And Kelly said, well, support is more appreciated than flowers. So then Kelly and Portia starts getting into it. And everybody feels like Portia ate Kelly up, but I don't feel like Portia ate Kelly up. I feel like Kelly actually ate Portia ass up. And then, Portia keep on saying that she didn't fuck a married man, but you did. Simon was a married man. You met this man while he was married to fucking Fallon. there was a damn married man, Portia. Like, come on now, girl, please. Then that's when Kelly said, but you fuck R. Kelly. While K. Michelle sitting right there. This is what I'm saying. Your bullet, y'all bullets are hitting y'all friends. You just hit the bullets you had. You just hit Shamia with a bullet, and now you're hitting Kay with a bullet. That's crazy. And then when she kept on saying that Kelly was fucking the married man, she kept asking, well, who is the married man? Who is the married man? Who is the married man? And then that is when Portia was like, I know exactly who it is. I know exactly who it is. And then Portia and Phaedra was like, Phaedra wanted Portia to stop because she didn't want her to reveal who it was, because they know the husband, they know the family, and they say if she reveals who the husband is, it's not going to affect the husband. It's really going to affect the wife, and she knows the family. They both know the family. Well, stop bringing it up then. And so Kelly said, and then that's when Portia said that you the same one who wanted to scissor me. Child, Portia don't do nothing but lie, and everybody gonna eat it up next week. But anyway, y'all, that's pretty much the gist of that. That's all I really got for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Now I'm about to take a shower, lay down, listen to Bando's interview with Oakland Galloway, and also watch Whether You Like It or Not panel, voluntarily. I'm gonna be doing it back to back. But the link for the panel is on my community wall, and make sure y'all go to my community wall because they will be going live in about 18 minutes. So make sure you guys go and tune in for that. And y'all, I'm out of here. I'm finna go give you some rest. Bye, y'all. Talk to y'all.
That 20, yeah, you always been a sneaky bitch, hating from the sidelines, trying to get picked, yeah. You don't found one, yeah, you don't found one. You don't found one, found you a real one. On my assets lately, you catching face shots, fire catching babies. Heavy on the highs, better get you some gravy. Cut that lady check, why you out here being lazy? I got bored with that season, I'm talking shit when I'm spitting. Fact, the bitch, I'm the reason. When it got you hoes heated. Snow got them hoes sneezing, got the meals you not eating. Where had them hoes leaking, God trust when I'm speaking. It's giving.
Big bands gon' make it hot. Real niggas gonna come up. Don't let the game gon' change us. Real niggas in my circle, ho. Don't ever play us. This the real hustle. We make the money, don't make it make us. They ain't bout shit. Talking out they neck. Bitch, we bring the heat every time we step. You fucking with a beast. Fucking with the best. Get money on the east. Plug on the west. Bitch, I'm from the north, but we run this out. Bitch, we outside. What you talking about? Who the fuck is me? No, who the fuck is you? Get these niggas.